How revolutionary it is kind of turns me on a little bit though, because I never thought I would see a network that would have video on demand service quite like the WWE network does. It not only has video footage from WWE's video library, but because of the purchase of WCW and ECW, it has the entire video library of WCW and ECW also available for fans of older wrestling organizations. Even AWA footage is thrown in there. Literally anything you can think of, any moment that professional wrestling has given us over the years, you can go back and witness and relive with the WWE network. And so many wrestlers have seemed so prominent about the network, like Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin, who said, at least when I'm dead and gone and my years of contributions to professional wrestling are left behind, fans can go back and watch Stone Cold Steve Austin and what he did for the professional wrestling industry, and you can go back and watch wrestlers like Shawn Michaels and their contributions as well. So it's a revolutionary concept that kind of brings back moments that wrestlers of the past and even wrestlers of today are contributing to the network. So it's everything thrown into one. Now, what are things that you like about the network, and what are things that you don't really like about the network? Do you subscribe to the network on a monthly basis? Have you experienced the network, and is there something you can share with us from your experience? If there is, we invite you to join the conversation on our Facebook page at facebook.com/HEW Entertainment, on our Twitter at Jonathan Clarke1, and on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Jonathan Clarke20. You contribute something, even a review of the WWE network. For those of you out there who have subscribed to the network, who are going through the one-week trial, whatever, no matter what your circumstances are, let us know what you think of the network and give us a 5-star review. Now, on a 5-star scale perspective, I can rate the content of the network at least 4 to 5 stars, because, I mean, where else are you going to get exclusive content like this when it comes to WWE? I mean, at what moment do you want to relive? Any moment you can think of, you can get with the WWE network. Now, there are some down points of the WWE network. One of the major things is it really let me down. There wasn't a frequency distributor for the network on network television and satellite and digital cable subscribers. So that really let me down, because I was anticipating a network kind of like OWN or A&E on a frequency on satellite, digital cable subscribers and standard cable subscribers. We didn't get that, so that really disappointed me. And when they started talking about being able to access the network through mobile devices, I was like, okay, not everybody has a mobile device. And that is true, even though it seems like we're in a society now where everybody has some kind of mobile capability. Not everybody has access to a mobile device, so that kind of limits you to experiencing the network. And there are die-hard wrestling fans out there who don't even have access to mobility, and they want to check out the network. Now, you may be saying to yourself, I mean, who out there doesn't have access to a mobile device? But there are people out there who aren't as fortunate. So that kind of really threw me back about the network. That kind of threw me back to the people that, don't have access to it. So I much rather would have preferred to have this network on a frequency on standard and, of course, digital cable and satellite subscribers. I mean, they were really let down about that. I was let down about that. But the cool thing about it is more footage than ever before is now available through the network. We have groundbreaking reality television shows, and we have exclusive pay-per-view streams, which are never been available before, only on WWE.com. Remember when you used to have to go to WWE.com and check out the pay-per-views by paying a fee to check out the pay-per-view every month? You can still do that, but you do it now through the WWE network, and it's much cheaper than having to pay over $35 through $40 on an average fee for a pay-per-view through WWE.com. Now you get them every month for $9.99 a month, which is about $30 cheaper by the time taxes go on a monthly pay-per-view than what you would be paying for a stream on WWE.com, which you can still do. That's an option, but it's going to be much more expensive for you if you get the exclusive stream through WWE.com, or you get it through your digital cable or satellite subscription. So it is cheaper to go with the network. So you will save yourself a substantial amount of money when it comes to experiencing WWE. And for the first time ever, which is something that really excites me about this network, is they're going to be televising their tour shows, which they've never done before. Exclusive in-ring action you're not going to be able to get anywhere else, like pay-per-view kickoff shows, the matches they have before pay-per-views, the pre-pay-per-view shows, the pre-Raw shows, the pre-SmackDown shows. There is so much content available with this network. You can easily rate the content 4 to 5 stars. Now, for the faults the network has, because there are a few net faults with the network, I will rate it at least 3.5 out of 5 stars, because I still am a little bit skeptical over the WWE network. All the information you'll need about the network is on WWE.com, and for those of you who don't have access to mobile devices, you can access the network through WWE.com and pay for a subscription through your computer. to check out the network, which is a huge plus. I still have a lot of unanswered questions, and if there are people out there who can answer these unanswered questions for me, you can contribute something to this radio show by sending it to us on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. I'd love to hear what you have to say or what you have to contribute to the WWE Network conversation. It's one of our top topics for discussion in our forum and on our website. You see the graphic there on our YouTube channel, and you've been seeing the graphic on our website now for the past number of months. Our latest graphic looks pretty unique. There's the graphic for the WWE Network, their logo. You can join the conversation through our forum and through social media and tell us what you think of the WWE Network. I think it's going to have a formidable future because, I mean, reality television combined with in-ring action, I mean, that's a huge plus because we have fans of reality TV out there who aren't really fans of in-ring action, and then you have fans out there who are diehard fans of in-ring action as opposed to reality television. So there are a huge number of pluses with the WWE Network. You can easily rate it anywhere from 3.5 out of 5 stars with a lot of skepticism, and 4 stars out of 5 for the content the network is distributing, because the entire video library of every wrestling organization is available. So if you're a diehard fan of, I don't know, ECW television and Hardcore TV, that old show ECW used to have that was pre-taped on Friday nights, you can go back and actually relive episodes of Hardcore TV, which is something you could never do before. I mean, WWE always referenced ECW with a DVD release or some kind of special they were doing on monthly pay-per-view, but never before could you go back and relive episodes of Hardcore TV. They just recently put out a DVD and Blu-ray on that, and now the next step up from the Hardcore TV DVD release is being able to relive every episode on the WWE Network. For those of you who were fans of Monday Night Nitro and the Monday Night Wars, there's actually a show on the network that actually is exclusive, taking a look at the Monday Night Wars between WWE and WCW. It actually documents the Monday Night Wars. So there are a lot of pluses with the network. I mean, have you ever seen a show that actually talks about the Monday Night Wars and actually focuses on how revolutionary they were out of WWE? That's got to be one of my favorite programs that are exclusive to the network. And another huge plus is, who else is going to sign on for the network in the way of legends? Hulk Hogan has signed on to serve as a host for some of the programs on the WWE Network. Bret Hart's going to be doing something with the network. Shawn Michaels is doing something with the network. Even Stone Cold Steve Austin. We're getting more legends coming back to take advantage of legends contracts with the WWE, not just to wrestle for once or twice a year, but to be a part of the WWE Network because it focuses on so much content. Now, an overload of content could lead to a fault with the network because too much content could lead to the network crashing and the server crashing on WWE.com and the network crashing and burning, which is something I hope doesn't happen for the network. An overflow of content can sometimes lead to a lot of faults with the network, limited streams. There are so many things that an overflow of content can lead to, but let's hope that doesn't happen for the WWE Network. Let's hope that the things that we have in the back of our minds as possibilities that could happen for this network don't come into fruition, because if they do, then we're going to be hearing more negative reviews about the network than we're already hearing. Now, there are a few negative reviews about the network already posted by radio show hosts and columnists, much like myself. I've been very negative about the network. I will admit to you on this radio show, over this microphone, I'll admit I've been very negative and very skeptical over the WWE Network, but as time goes on, I've become more certain of this network's future after having waited for it for over 2 years, which was absolutely ridiculous. Nobody should have had to wait that long for the WWE Network, but I see why the network was put on hiatus, because they were very uncertain with the direction of the network themselves when they started promoting it. I was expecting the network to drop before WrestleMania 28, prior to that big match between The Rock and John Cena. I thought they were going to start streaming pay-per-views on the WrestleMania 28 event and every pay-per-view from there on, but they didn't. They kind of held it off, and they're going to be starting the streams now with WrestleMania 30. Another huge question that I had before I wrap it up this week is, are the shows like Raw and SmackDown going to become exclusive to the network in time? They are still exclusive to their contractual deals for standard cable, satellite subscribers, and digital cable subscribers, but will they eventually become exclusive to the network? Are we going to be left with no other option but to subscribe to the WWE Network? And I think what that goes back to, I think I can answer this question for you. What it goes back to is how many people are not able to access mobile devices, who don't have access to mobility. For the people who don't have access to mobility and the limited number of people that are non-mobile accessible, then the WWE television programs like Raw and SmackDown will remain under contract with networks like USA and Sci-Fi to show their weekly programs. So I don't think we have to worry about that anytime soon, but there still is the possibility of every WWE show such as Raw and SmackDown becoming exclusive to the networks. The pay-per-views are the first of a lot of shows that become exclusive to the network, because usually networks like the NFL and the MLB and the NHL have games exclusive to their networks, and the WWE network could follow in the same footsteps. I mean, they started with the high definition trend. Everybody was going HD. The WWE quickly followed, and now everybody's having their own network, like ESPN, the OWN network, A&E, and now we're seeing WWE quickly following again. WWE are desperately trying to keep up with the times, and if networks like the OWN network have exclusive interviews and programs for their network, then WWE are going to have exclusive programs for their network, and we're probably going to have no other alternative option but to sign up with the WWE network, because what that will do, if we have Raw and SmackDown exclusive to the WWE network, that will force us to subscribe to the network and up the number of subscribers for the network, either through your computer or your mobile device. And there still is the possibility of watching it on your high definition television, because you can use your HDMI capability to use your mobile device to watch the network still on your television and experience it as you're watching a standard WWE program. So those are things to take into consideration. But all in all, anywhere from 3.5 to 4 stars out of 5 on a 5-star scale perspective is what you can rate the WWE Network. And for In This Corner with Jonathan Clarke, I'll be talking about the WWE Network in a written column for you in an upcoming archive, so make sure you check that out. In addition to that, we've already archived a column on my thoughts on the return of Hulk Hogan and Lita's induction into the Hall of Fame. If you have not subscribed to our column, it's called In This Corner with Jonathan Clarke, and our Google video blog, Cheap Shots from Jonathan Clarke, is also available for a subscription. If you want to subscribe to that, click on column through our website and check out all of our headlines through our news center and our RSS news feed, which just recently came out with an XML style feed for you. We just posted that on our official website for you. It's available now in XML format, so make sure you check out all the news happening in professional wrestling and entertainment. I'm your host, Jonathan Clarke. This week we've taken a look at the WWE Network. I will archive the video for you on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/JonathanClarke22. And if you have any thoughts on the WWE Network, thoughts or feedback, we invite you to contribute those thoughts or feedback to our YouTube channel at Jonathan Clarke.